Welcome to Dusty Betty. My name is Tess, and today I'm going to give you a tour of my dusty van Fred. Fred is a 1997 Ford E350 with a 7.3-liter diesel engine. Steve installed a U-joint off-road 4x4 conversion on this van, and it's got a 6-inch lift to help accommodate that. We've also got 35-inch tires. This is our one and only vehicle, so Fred has to wear a lot of hats, be able to do a lot of things. One important aspect of our van was that it needed to be able to tow our Airstream, which is our house. So you can see that we've got a tow hitch here, and that is one of Fred's very important functions. When we bought Fred, it was a stock 15-passenger van with all the rows of seating and didn't have the high top, just a normal Econoline van. So we've done a lot to tweak this to make it suit our needs. Let me show you some of our favorite things. So another important function that Fred serves is he's our garage. You can see we've got our bikes stored in here, and any of our other tools and outdoor gear all needs to fit in here. Here the bikes are secure, they're out of the elements, and we love it. We're in and out quickly. Now Fred isn't a really pretty van. You're not going to get any sexy Instagram shots of this van. We built it to be pretty utility. We don't do a lot of lounging when we take Fred out. We're usually riding our bikes, hanging out by the campfire, or sleeping, maybe making a sandwich. So those were kind of the only things that we really made space for in the van. It's very utility, but we love it and it works well for what we do. We ripped out the nasty carpet. We put in some insulation and a plywood floor, and then we got some vinyl sheet flooring that we put in here. We'll kind of finish this edge eventually, but at least for now, we've got that so we can sweep it out because it gets dirty in here quick. We've had a rooftop tent previously on another vehicle, and so we kind of had an idea of some of the advantages and disadvantages of going that pop-up route, and we decided fiberglass would be the way to go for us. So our bed, you'll see, is floating. It's anchored in to the walls here. And we don't have maybe a ton of headroom. You can't sit all the way up, but we feel like it's just enough. It was a good compromise for us, getting the space that we needed under there, and we've got enough to work with up here. I'm going to show you our cool bedding. So, as you can imagine, making a bed up here is not so fun. So, our bedding zips down the side, like so. Voila! It's really soft, and we love it. This has been awesome. So, the whole thing kind of fits on like a fitted sheet, so the day we do laundry, it's a bit of a beast getting it on, but once we get it on, making the bed is super easy. We just zip it, and we're good to go. I like it. This bed setup probably wouldn't work for a lot of you, but we're small people, and with how we use our time, it's been a great setup for us, and we don't have any complaints. We installed the fantastic fan in Fred, and we have been able to use it, and man, is it nice to have on those hot summer nights. So this right here just kind of has a lid that snaps in. So that in there is where we've got 5-gallon water jugs, an extra fuel can, tripod stools to sit around the campfire. And over here is another similar one, just like this. And that's got more of our lovely gear. We've got a kayak, so we've got PFDs and paddles and a few things like that. So this is just kind of a big garage bin. In there's just kind of some of the big funky shaped objects. We've got an inflatable kayak in there. We've got a tent. We've got some extra backpacks and bear can and things like that. Just kind of funky big things. So like I said, we have an Airstream travel trailer that's our full-time home. Fred, though, is our vacation home. So sometimes we will live out of Fred for a week or two at a time. We decided that we wanted to put a fridge in here so that we don't have to worry about retrieving ice, especially because sometimes some of the places we camp, we might not see a grocery store for a week or more. So we do have a small fridge like you'd see in a boat or a truck driver's truck, and it's worked really well for us. We've got one more storage shelf over here where we just kind of have just some little odds and ends and bike cleaning bucket and a light. Underneath here, we've got some extra batteries. It's like our house battery. So we've got the one that makes Fred go, and then this is what we use when we are camping out of this for a week or two. If we have to work, we're able to charge laptops and run a few other things like the fridge. Now, when we work out of Fred and we've got to run laptops, this inverter makes it all possible. This is a 2,000 watt inverter, so it makes it so instead of just relying on cigarette lighters, we can plug normal things like laptops in right there. One of our recent additions is this shelf here. It's still raw wood. We haven't gotten around to painting it, but it's been really nice having that to put a few other things on. Up above the cab, we have a little bit more storage space. This is where we have our backpacking gear because we love backpacking, and our nice warm sleeping bags. Here in the cockpit, we've got quite a few gizmos and gadgets. This is the trailer brake for when we're towing. This is our ham radio, because yeah, we're that nerdy, and we both have call signs. Yeah! And this is our TPMS system, so we can monitor our tire pressure, which gives us a lot of peace of mind when we're towing, to know what temperature the tires are at and just be aware if anything is getting low. So that's a great safety feature to have when you tow. One of my favorite things that we've done to this van is put this tablet in. Now this tablet is meant to be a car display radio kind of thing. It runs Android programs, so you can use all the regular Android apps, but it's not something you would like pull out and read a book from. It was made to do this, and this has been really nice. Because we travel full time, we're often in areas that we're not familiar with. So to have this tablet display our maps and directions where the driver can see it easily, we're not kind of fumbling with a phone or something, it's just big, easy to see, so you can glance down and know what's coming ahead. We've also installed a backup camera to this van because it is so huge. That also brings us some peace of mind to have the backup camera. We also installed a swivel on this seat so that when we do have to work out of the van, it helps a little bit, makes it a little more comfortable. Steve sits in a lot of meetings, and so it makes it a little bit more comfortable for him to spread out with the computer and everything else that he needs to work. I'll usually just sit in this seat, sitting sideways, and that works good enough. All I've got is the one laptop and I'm just editing away. When we're living out of the van, we also do things like go to a park, sit at a picnic table, go to libraries, utilize coffee shops as much as possible. I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of our van. We love Fred. He may not be sexy, but he can take us some pretty amazing places.